Bryan, we're just a couple weeks away from Dynasty. I think we all know just how important this year is to you and your incredible professional wrestling career, all the things you've been looking to accomplish. But now to know that you're stepping in the ring with one of our biggest signees here in AEW, in Will Ospreay, how are you feeling heading into that match?
This whole wrestling thing has never been, to me, about proving if I'm better than anybody else. It's proving where I'm at in comparison to myself. What is the best version of me that's possible? And I use other people as a measuring stick for that, about how far I can push myself. And that's actually one of the fears that you have in wrestling somebody like Will Ospreay, is that he doesn't ever quit, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh no.
I mean, when you say this version of you, what does that mean to you?
We're in this constant wheel of evolving, right? Always. Like, I am not the same person that I was when I was 21.
Mm-hmm.
And Will Ospreay will not be the same person when he's my age that he is now.
I feel like I probably know the answer to this question already, but I'm gonna ask you anyways. I mean, you talk about just the differences between you guys and you don't feel that pressure. But how much of this match is for you versus how much the fans are clamoring for a match like this?
When I go through this journey, and this is all this, I'm not just talking about the journey of wrestling, I'm just talking about the journey of life. It's all about testing things on myself and seeing how do I want to live this life. We get this one life that we know of. How do you want to live it? How are you going to grow? What are you going to mature into? What is the person that you want to be, right? And so I watch somebody like Will Ospreay, and I get excited to test myself against him, because I was sitting there at Revolution when he wrestled Takeshita, right?
Yeah.
And I was sitting there next to Jen Pepperman, and she turns to me, says this to me directly, and says, "This might be the best wrestler I've ever seen." I said, I'm standing right here. Come on. I have no doubt the fans will enjoy it, but that's not necessarily why I do it. That's not why I do what I do.
Well, regardless, we're all very much so looking forward to this match. The American Dragon taking on Will Ospreay at Dynasty. I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend,
Hello.
Will Ospreay. I'm very excited to finally be able to sit here and talk with you.
You're not even sitting, standing.
Okay, well, you're sitting. I will stand. You've been here in AEW for a little bit now. What about competition-wise? I mean, you've already had some pretty heavy-hitting matches. How does this stack up to compare to what you're used to at New Japan?
Everyone here's a lot quicker. I've noticed that, so I feel like I'm trying to keep up with everyone these days. But like with Japan, there's a lot more testing each other's wills, the ground style and the grappling, which oddly enough is like why I feel very confident doing the Bryan Danielson match, just because that's his style. Like, his whole style was originated from Japan, and like learning that style and that trade. And I'm well versed in it because I went over there and I've done the thing that he's never done, and I been conquered it.
Okay, let's talk about this match with Bryan. I mean, we're just weeks away from this match coming up at Dynasty. This is a match that I'm sure you've been thinking about for a long time. I know us as fans have been thinking about this match for a long time. How do you feel heading into this?
Like, while it is an honor to wrestle Bryan Danielson, it really is. Like, I grew up watching him. Do you know what I mean? I still don't view this as any different to any of my other competitors. I just view Bryan as the tippy top. This is like the S-tier professional wrestler for the longevity, for how long he's been doing it. And like, I've witnessed it as a child. I've actually witnessed it all. So to finally do this now in a position where I thoroughly believe right now in my heart of hearts, the 21st century, I am the greatest wrestler that it has produced, and I believe I can beat him. When he was 30 years old, like, I don't know like what he was doing, but I know he was at the highest level.
Yeah.
But was he at the same level that I'm at now? Like, I don't think he is.
And we've seen you rise to the occasion in matches of that ilk before. We've seen you have those, match of the year situations. But is that something that you're really thinking about how much this match is for you versus how much it's for the fans?
I'm here for a fight. I'm here to prove to everyone that I'm the best wrestler in the world. It's the greatest of all time versus the greatest wrestler of the 21st century. There needs to be no other explanation than that. It is the best wrestlers performing where wrestlers wrestle.